Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Wednesday. I am Adina. You guys are Beyond the Veil. God bless you all. So, before I start my day and it gets crazy for me, I wanted to hop in and do this one little thing. I think Gayle King mentioned that she will be going outer space on one of Elon's shuttle buses. So let me get my facts straight a little bit, at least, before Katy Perry and Gayle King join Blue Origin's all-female space crew. Is this Elon or Jeff Bezos? Somebody's. It might not be. Okay, so it's Jeff Bezos. It's not Elon. My bad. All right. Ooh. You guys, it's a little stormy today. Oh, okay. It's raining and it's windy. I don't know where this weather came from, but I woke up and it was like this. I had to fight to keep the door closed, child. But anyways, they're supposed to be going outer space. Outer space. I don't believe that that's where they go. But anyways, I'm going to look into Gayle King and see how she feels about her upcoming endeavor. I actually wanted to start this with an oracle card. And there's a reason I want to start this with an oracle card. So let's just hop right into it before the wind blows me away, child. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up a message for Gayle King concerning her upcoming Blue Origin space trip. Please allow me to conjure up a message for Gayle King about her upcoming Blue Origin SpaceX trip. Give me one oracle card for Gayle King about this endeavor she's about to take. Shout out to all the members who joined the live last night. I go live with my channel members a little bit more often than I do on my regular channel. We always have a good time. And shout out to everyone who's participating in the upcoming Crown of Success on the spring solstice, the natural new year on March 20th. To anyone who still wants to participate, you still can. You have up until maybe the 18th because I need to make sure I have enough supplies to account for everyone. You can email me at beyondtheveiladina@gmail.com. Participation for this group ceremony and moving forward, any group ceremony I do, they've been $50 and they'll always be. That'll just be the set price for group ceremonies. So you don't have to ask. All right. Take time to breathe out makes me think that Gayle King might be a little nervous, and rightfully so. I think whatever they're doing is experimental, and that's probably why the end of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. I think that your commitment is being tested, just as I thought. Gayle is a part of the old guard, the people who benefited. Shout out LMD Minaj. You're commenting on something right now. Gayle is a part of the old guard who prospered under the old regime. And in order to not, it's almost like the new regime, Trump is looking at some of those people, or Trump and his administration are looking at those people like, yeah, y'all chose the wrong team, but we here now. So if you don't want to, be at our mercy, what you got on our 40, what you gonna do for it? And Gayle doesn't have the money like other people to, pay up to get out of the hot water with the new regime. So she's got to do whatever they need her to do, I believe. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead into it. Spirit, please allow me to conjure up the soul, the spirit of Gayle King, the TV personality Gayle King, the TV journalist Gayle King. She's very nervous. She's having heart palpitations, I believe. Fear. Gayle King, talk to me about this SpaceX trip that you say that you have to be you're going to be a part of. I won't say have to, that you're going to be a part of. Talk to me about it, Gayle King. Do you want to do this trip? Are you doing it willingly? Are you excited about it? What's up with this trip? It's a very random crew. Why are you doing this, Gayle King? I think that someone on high is looking for a way to escape. That's what these experiments are of going outer space, are the attempt to go out of the earthly space. They're using their science, their technology that they receive from certain beings who have come from the bowels of the earth to help lead this revolution of the fallen, with and through the humans, and with the offspring of them and their mates with humans, and with them that just shapeshift and cloak as humans. All of them, the lot of them. They're looking for a way out of the earthly realm because they are trapped here. They say Earth is a prison, and the humans have the advantage of escaping, but not if they don't know it. But the people who seem to be in allegiance to the elite maybe have to abide by their rules, because in order to reach their heights, I believe the fall down would be devastating. And so that's why they give their power away and do as they're told, as we all do in some way. We're all controlled in some way. So that's the mission of this trip, and it's an experiment on trying to escape the bounds that keep us in this realm, this earth. They've chosen this Pisces or this North Node in Pisces season, not saying that it's going to happen right now while Venus is retrograding in Pisces, but the North Node is in Pisces and will be for a while. And so something about that, there's a portal that I believe that they are attempting to work their way through. One that they may have attempted to create themselves with their science and their technology. And I believe that using the divine feminine to do so is a part of the strategy in some way. Hence the all-female crew. something to do with the moon. I think that there is some sort of artificial moon, or the moon is a portal, not necessarily an artificial moon. I think that it is meant to be a portal. And we look at it like it's just the moon, a planet, so to speak, or a luminary. But I think it actually is a portal. And I think that because souls may exit through the moon, I think that it's always been through the moon that they've tried to escape. And so I think nowadays they don't use the moon anymore to try to escape because they found that they can't. Which is why the moon is in the past. The moon is in reverse, trying to escape through the moon like the souls do. But they can't. And so they've been experimenting, I believe, on other ways to get out. Not through the moon that the souls go through, because their souls can't even go through the moon. And I'm not talking about Gayle specifically. I'm talking about the powers that be. Because they've been condemned here. This world is for them. Which is why it benefits them to trap us here so that they can remain at least making the best out of their time and harnessing our energy, using us as experiments on ways to try to figure out how to compete with the laws of God, the laws of nature. They watch through us because not all of them have souls. Near future, Gayle is going to have to do as she's told, as she is a part of the ones who have to answer and abide by these people. And it may come from the seat of Rome, the Vatican. They may have something, I think they're a part in it, because Rome is supposed to be the authority of the world right now, even above politics. And so whatever Jeff is doing, I think that Rome backs it, or Rome commissions it. They may be commissioning all of these wealthy people, giving them the wealth because they have the brains to do these experiments. I think Gayle is afraid that she's not going to make it. In some way, she'll be trapped or in confinement somewhere. And I wonder what she thinks they're going to be doing with her while she's away. I won't even say while she's out of space. While she's away, what will they be doing with her? I think there's some experiment, or there's something that they plan to do to her. Some sort of experiment. I don't think it's that random, the people that they chose. There is a random element, but there is a variable to this experiment with the people that they chose. They chose them because they all have something different. And they're going to be experimenting in some way on them. I think in order to, use them to open up a portal to find a way out. I think that currently people are seeing things in the skies right now. Seeing sightings that the powers that be cannot contain or control. A lot of people are seeing very real things in the sky that are not government made. The people, they've been showing themselves to the people. We are fully aware of what's going on, even if you think you don't know. You do know. It's almost like we overthink things instead of saying exactly what it is. They're at war. We're in the midst of a war right now. Gayle is concerned about them not coming back, or not coming back the same, I believe. Hopes and fears, I think this was the announcement. It was a dreaded announcement, I believe, which is why it's in the hopes and fears. Six of Swords, she's going to go reluctantly. because there's a power that be that says so. And Six of Swords outcome, Four of Swords hopes and fears. I think there's going to be some experimentation going on there. Hermit in reverse. I might have to clarify everything here because this is, well, that's the announcement that she made, but she made it as the Page of Cups, even though the Queen of Cups is in the hopes and fears, hoping that she came off believable. But Page of Cups, she's just a page in reality to that Hermit in reverse, to the beings that are trying to escape, the ones that are in the elite, because not all of them are of the same human race as we are, which is why I call them beings. She's just the page. That's her job to the elite, is to be their mouthpiece. And she has to do as a knight what she's told. She has to show her allegiance and loyalty to the guard, the rulers of the realm, I hear. Because they are not fully human. They do not have souls. They're not fully human. They're a different species. Gayle understands that because of her allegiance to them, whatever she's had to do, she did so willingly and consensually. In this realm, there is law. That's why we're all under the dominion of law. And they're under dominion, we're all under the dominion of natural law, but they've been allowed to manipulate natural law in a way so that if we don't understand natural law, then we won't be able to understand human law. You have to know your authority in the natural realm so that you can assert yourself in the 3D realm. Once you sign a contract or an agreement for all the wealth and the power that your soul may be worth, you choose to cash it in and get the benefit of it now, not knowing that that's so limited, but by the time it's too late. Gayle is one of those. She's owned by them. She's one of them who knows that maybe, just maybe, in this lifetime when she passes, her soul isn't going to be allowed to pass. So she might as well enjoy the benefits of the earth now while she can. But Gayle is at the point now in her elderly years, like all human souls do, no matter how much wealth they accumulate in the world, when they reach their elderly years, they realize that none of it was worth it. Once death approaches, they realize that none of it was worth it. Unfortunately, because of her consent, there's some ownership here. Allegedly. Let me look into the Knight of Cups in reverse. These people that don't have souls or spirits like the rest of us humans. They're the ones who established or taught the powers that be to establish dominion on earth. Because of their inability to escape the will of reincarnation, they don't even go to the realm. They don't even go to the will. They aren't even able to go to the will to even be in the will, to have the ability or the opportunity to not reincarnate. They don't even make it there. They're blocked from it. So they're stuck here, which is why all they know is how to rule this earth. And they rule through the elites. This is them falling and being condemned here because of them making babies with human women. And this is their bloodline, the elite bloodlines, allegedly. High Priestess challenge. Their attempt to escape their own bondages and enslavement That's what these attempts to go out of space and things like that, they don't really go out of space, out of this realm. They can't make it out. They seem to think that they've got it this time. This is another mission that they hope is successful. Unfortunately, they're unaware. For one, that's the non-truth of these missions, the truth that's not told. But also, I want them to know that even you know that you can't. It's almost like we know we can't, but we're going to try again. This time we have something that we haven't tried before. And that's what all these missions are for, their attempt to escape. And that's the untold truth about the space missions. I think that they believe if they offer up women this time, that those beings that used to lust after women will desire them again. And that'll be their trade-off. Use these women because of something they have. You can experiment on them. In return, help us escape. I don't think that's going to work this time, though, because those beings also no longer want to be confined to where they are. Do you know that there are demons who ask for prayer from humans? Believe me, I know. They will ask humans for prayer. Ask the source to allow me into the light. Your voice will be heard. Mine will not. Isn't that what they did to Enoch? I've spoken to some of them. Doing the ceremonies and things. Child, please, please, please. Ask them. Ask them. And I say, okay, I'll ask. Just like Enoch said, sure. But when I come back and tell you what the message was, don't ask me again. Because I ain't finna get in trouble on your behalf. And that's what the powers that be in this world seem to not understand. The old tricks might not work this time. After all these centuries and centuries being confined here, even they may feel like there hasn't been any benefit of what they lusted for and desire in the beginning of ages when they did. These humans haven't been worth it. We've seen enough here. We want to go into the other realms with our brothers who did not choose to stay here. So you can't tempt them. That's why you can't get through the moon. If you thought that you could tempt them, they would have let you through the moon in the past position. But they don't want what you're trying to give. And you, with all your wealth and offering all of us as resources, they know that you can't offer something that you don't own, because they realize now that the spirits of the humans still leave their bodies. Once they deteriorate is all we have. So all we can do is continue to convince them to reincarnate. Because we have no power over anyone once their souls leave their body unless we convince them to come back. So there's nothing that you really can give to at least the powers over the portal of the moon, which is why they have said, no, we won't let you through here. You have nothing that we want. You don't have the power to give us what you're trying to give. That's why their other missions have failed, no matter what they try to offer. And a lot of what they try to offer is all of us. Near future, the Hierophant, Gayle. She's of them that have to do as they're told. Our celebrities and our elites are only resources. So stop believing in them. They get their orders from here. And they do as they're told. And this is us worshiping them. But all they are disposable. There is some kind of reason why Gayle is chosen. All of them are chosen for a reason. And a lot of it has to do with something in their soul, spirit, or genetics. And because there are some of them that are disposable. It's like the elite say, here, take one of them. Seems like it's not so easy to poach off of the regular person because we haven't made those pacts and allegiances that have caused us to bid out and auction out pieces of our soul in order for earthly gain. So believe you me, us little people have more power, which is why the celebrities, the ones who made their allegiance and chose their side in order to parade around as a worldly power, are the ones that they can easily throw away. There's a reason why they choose these people and not regular random people off the streets. Because we don't give our consent to be used in that way. To be experimented on, allegedly. 10 of Cups, that's us. Good luck with this, Gayle. I don't think she's going to come back the same. You and I have not willingly auctioned off pieces of our souls. We've been deceived into being slaves. But unlike them, where they knew what they were signing up for, we don't. So we can't be offered as a sacrifice. We didn't know what we were signing up for. We're being deceived. They are willing sacrifices to the experiment. I want to look into the 8 of Wands external energy because that's what makes me think she won't come back the same. I believe they'll be doing experiments. 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords crowning, 6 of Swords outcome. The Magician. The Hangman. And she knows it. Wrong road. Because the old guard is out. And the new guard is in. 6 of Swords as the outcome. And I'm going to end it there. Because this is this drains me. What are they taking from you? What are you having to offer up on this mission that you'll go on? That you don't want to, but you have to? Because you know this sword is what they're going to be. They're going to collect something from you at this facility you will be at. You're not, you won't come back the same for one. And 2, you don't want to do this, allegedly. But she has to. And with regret, she has to pretend like she's going willingly. 8 of Cups going towards the 9 of Cups, something that I want. But in front of that, what is this? Not really. Obligation, though. Bound to this obligation. And with that being said, love you guys. Bye.